now we have seen the setup outside, how we have kept the handycam and how the sun is focused on the screen of handycam. Now this is the wire which has been coming from handycam inside this room, right? So this is the output of handycam, but this will act as the input of this projector. We have already placed the projector, right, and projector is already on, but it is not showing us anything of the sun. Now we can see this wire is still not connected with the projector. If you see that there are some videos in and audios in of the projector. Now I will put this wire into the video in of the projector and let us see if we have the image of the sun on the screen or not. Now we can see the screen, right, and there is a dot in the screen, and this small dot is nothing but our own star, that is the sun, right, which is being shooted outside through the handycam, but the image is coming over here. But the problem is this dot is too small over here. If in case we have 100 or 200 or let's say 500 audience sitting, they cannot see this dot so properly as if the dot would have been bigger. So now what to do? I will just call up my friend which is standing outside using the handycam, right, and I'll ask him to zoom out this image. Now as we can see, as I'm instructing my friend, he is zooming in the sun, right, and we can see now a big circle on the screen. So this big sun is can be easily visible for a large audience. And sitting inside the comfortable auditorium, we can see all the contacts of the sun. We can see, in case of partial, we can see the first contact, we can see the maximum eclipse. We can also measure the percentage of obscuration using this image, right? And finally, we can see the contact 4, right? And if it is a total solar eclipse, then audience can very easily, very comfortably see all the 4 contacts, C1, C2, C3 and C4. Everything can be enjoyed inside sitting in a big auditorium all together with your friends and your family. Now we have seen a method in which we were using the handycam and we were showing the sun directly to a large audience. But what if somebody don't have the handycam? You see, moreover it is a little expensive, so it's not easy for everyone to get a handycam and show it to all, right? So for this we have got a solution in which you can see, you can use a very crude method, a very cheap and very crafty method in which you can show the same sun, same eclipse sun to a large audience. So in that case, we will using a ball. This is a simple ball, right? In place of this ball, you can choose any other circular object as well, right? See, over here right now, this ball is little heavy, a little light. It will be very good in case if you choose a heavier ball. It can be a cricket ball, it can be even a football, right? And if you don't get to have a heavy ball, do one thing, just make a hole and put some sand into this to make it heavy, right? Why it has to be heavy, I'll let you know a little later. Now the important thing on this ball is, see this mirror, right? We have pasted a small mirror which is easily available, right, from any stationery shop. It's a simple decorative mirror, right? We have pasted on one of the place of this ball, right? Apart from this ball, you also need a stand. Here we have taken a simple pipe, right, on which we will keep this ball, and this ball is easily movable, right? There's one more problem in this ball. There's some, it's not very smooth, right? There's some, markings on this ball. It will be good if you get a ball which doesn't have any marking and friction is as less as it's possible, right? So that when you move on the stand, it can move easily. Now how this simple projection, sun projection will be used, right? We'll be actually putting this, facing this mirror towards the sun, and the reflection of the sun can just go on the wall, which can be seen by all the audience. How we are going to use this ball? So it simply come out under the sun, right? It is not necessary that you come directly under the sun, even if a small gap in your window is there from where you are receiving the sunlight. there also it can be used. Now keep this stand over here and find out the reflection of this mirror. I can find the reflection, right? Now what I will be doing, I will just point this reflection on the wall. Yes. We have found it on the wall. This can be enjoyed by a lot of people. They can all see all the contacts of the sun in this reflection itself. Now we'll talk about some of the methods by which we can view the sun. See, in India there are so many misconceptions because of illiteracy. Also, people use sometimes wrong methods. By chance they use the right methods also. So I'll tell you what all are the wrong methods and what are the right methods. For example, the CD. People sometimes use the CD to look at the sun through it, which is a very dangerous method, right? CD is basically not meant for it, of course, but still people sometimes they feel like that through the CD we can look at the sun safely, but it is not a safe method. Second thing is the negatives, right? People sometimes look at the sun through a single negative, and sometimes they stack also couple of negatives, and they feel like looking through the negatives is safe. No doubt, because it becomes comfortable for your eyes to look at the sun through couple of negatives, but don't forget that these negatives are not at all, not at all filtering the ultraviolet rays and infrared rays. They are still coming into through these negatives to your eyes, which are very, very harmful, right? Now, one method which can be very useful is to use the safe filters. This is the solar viewing goggles, right? And in which you can see there are two windows and there is a filter piece on each of the windows. So what we can do, we can wear these goggles and look at the sun. UV ray and infrared ray penetrating through this filter, my eyes are safe. We know that looking at the sun through naked eyes or through any optical instrument is always very, very dangerous. But here we are talking about the telescope. See, how are we going to point the telescope towards the sun without looking at the eyepiece? We know that if you put your eye on the eyepiece, it will not take even a second to burn your eye, right? Within a fraction of a second, it is going to cook your eye, right? So there is a challenge to how to point this telescope towards that hot ball which is there in your sky, right? For that, we use the shadow method. Okay, whenever you have to track the sun, tracking the shadow is always a safe and the best method. So in this telescope also, we will be actually using the shadow of the telescope to point it towards the sun. Right now, we can see the shadow is circular. It's because this tube is cylindrical, the shadow is also coming cylindrical. Now I will move this telescope such a way that the shadow becomes circular and it's not a cylindrical at all. Now it's moving towards the circular shape. You can see this shadow becoming circular, and when it is the most circle, we can see the screen starts having the image of. Now we see as the shadow of this pipe becomes circular, we start having the image of the sun.